Sonic Racing CrossWorlds is not just another Sonic racing game, but a true next evolutionary step in the Hedgehog's long history of racing games. It combines new mechanics, customization, and a large roster that keeps me playing without ever feeling fatigued. This is my review of Sonic Racing CrossWorlds. After the disappointment that was Team Sonic Racing, CrossWorlds goes above and beyond, fixing nearly every mistake and pushing the series forward. I won't dwell too much on TSR here, but if you're curious, I recently made a full breakdown on that game's failures and how CrossWorlds feels like SEGA's perfect answer to those shortcomings. This game couldn't have released at a better time. We're in between major Sonic titles, and the appetite for an online multiplayer Sonic experience is bigger than ever. But just like last time, Sonic isn't the only kart racer on the track. Mario Kart World launched just a few months ago, and Kirby Air Riders is just around the corner. Normally this kind of competition would spell trouble, but this time, it might actually work in Sonic's favor. Like many, I really did enjoy Mario Kart World, but it never fully satisfied. It's not nearly as boring as some are making it out to be, but the missing features and the persistent low energy moments left plenty of players wanting more. That opened the door for Sonic to be the answer, and with CrossWorlds, SEGA struck gold. This game is fast, has a hell of a lot of dynamic course designs, and almost never has flat dull stretches that fatigued many people in Mario Kart World, arguably the #1 critique of that game. The marketing of CrossWorlds is oozing with confidence, and that energy pushed the game to even greater heights. It even had a cheeky commercial poking fun at Mario Kart World like it's the 90s. It's great to see that kind of confidence back with the blue blur. Look, both companies are still good buds, this is just in lighthearted fun. But most importantly, SEGA gave us the chance to actually play the game early. This team practically threw this game at us to try. The closed network tests, the open network tests, and there were plenty of events where fans could try the game themselves. The reception was already looking extremely positive. But did it stick the landing? Let's jump in. First and foremost, this game feels like a true return to form after Team Sonic Racing stripped away so many of the mechanics that made Sonic Racing unique. The transformation system, seamlessly shifting between car, boat, and flight, is back, and it's as exciting as ever. On top of that, the Sonic Riders Extreme gear finally makes a grand return. No, it doesn't play like Riders, and I never really expected it to, but what we have here is still a blast. Honestly, I'm just really happy to see these boards are back at all after 15 years. This game has all of the features that you've come to expect out of a kart racer. Drifting to charge boosts, drafting to pass, and items that ruin friendships.
Did you feel that, Knuckles? Think you're funny, Sonic?
But it's not all the same as before. Unlike past Sonic Kart racers, the biggest change is that you don't have to land your tricks anymore. If you catch air, you can pull one off. No strict timing required. At first, I thought this lowered the challenge, and maybe it does a little, but I've grown to really like this freedom it gives. It's not so much about how you land your tricks anymore, but when you choose to do them. While I still like the trick mechanics from the past games like Transformed, this is something I also learned to like as well. This game plays a lot like an arcade game, and that makes sense when you find out Sonic Team got help from the team behind the initial D-Arcade racing game. Yeah, this is the first mainline Sonic racing game in 15 years not developed by Sumo Digital. This was all internal, and you know what? I'm happy to hear that. It's also really ironic that this game was made by the Initial D team, considering in my Team Sonic Racing Let's Play video, I actually had an Initial D reference by playing Deja Vu. It's funny how it works out sometimes. When it comes to items, you've got all the essentials that you'd come to expect in a kart racer, but CrossWorlds has its own spin. Take the green punch glove. It's basically the green shell of the game, except here it can lock on if you do aim it. I'll be honest, I'm a little mixed on this, because we already have the red gloves that auto-locks like the red shell in Mario Kart, so having 2 lock-on items feels a bit redundant. And it doesn't stop there. This game might actually have too many lock-on items. Alongside the red and green gloves, we've got King Boom Boo targeting whoever's in first, anvils that drop on both first and second place, slime that hits every racer on the track, and the slicer that locks onto whoever's right in front of you. That is 6 separate items that can completely ruin your day. And trust me, these are no joke. That slime, you'd think it was just a simple screen obstruction like other racers, but nope, you get slimed, you lose all your items. What the hell? And it doesn't stop there. Anvils and slicers also take your items away. Now, based on everything I just listed, you'd think the item system makes this game miserable, but honestly, it doesn't. Unlike Mario Kart, where blue shells and lightning are basically unavoidable, every single attack item here has a counter. boost at the right moment, pop a shield, transform into an invincible monster truck, or trigger a tornado. There's always a way out if you're quick, and a little lucky. That's what makes the item so fun. Instead of cheap shots that you can't escape, it feels like more of a rock, paper, scissors system where timing and reactions matter. And that's something I don't get often in other racers, and I really want to give this game props for doing this. It would have been so easy to do what past racers do and essentially copy the Mario Kart items. But I'm happy Sonic put a spin on this system, and one that I really like.
Because, Sam, you're playing on...
Chat, you guys didn't see that. There was an anvil. I blocked it. Oh my god. Honestly, my only real gripe with the items is just nitpicks. This is a Sonic racer, and I wish the item set leaned a little more on Sonic's iconic staples. Like, instead of using a wisp to boost, why not have the classic power sneakers? Or instead of a generic metallic shield, an invincibility capsule. That would have been perfect too. The Void Wisp could have easily just been the electric shield. None of this really hurts the game. It's not a deal breaker at all. This is just the longtime Sonic fan in me talking. That said, it's been awesome seeing players from all kinds of backgrounds jump into this game. My only hope is that the item system doesn't feel confusing for more casual players who might not know what the wisps are or what they do, and it probably feels a little overwhelming for them. But I'm sure in due time, they will get the hang of it.
You gotta be closer to that. See, I still gotta learn what the shit is. What does that do? Is that like a da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da?
What does that blue Pokemon do?
Now let's talk about what I think is the highlight of the entire game, and the reason I'm completely addicted to it. It's right there in the name. The CrossWorlds mechanic. This idea is genius. The first lap plays out on the track you selected, but the second lap warps you into a completely new world chosen by whoever's in first place. Then the third and final lap brings you back to the original track. This one mechanic creates almost endless replayability. I've sunk hours into this game every single day, and I never got tired of it. No two races ever feel the same, and you genuinely never know where this game is going to take you next. Where are we? It's beautiful! Of course, this only would work if the level selection is strong, and thankfully, it is. We've got a mix of returning favorites from TSR and Transformed. Throwback levels I never thought we'd see again, like Dinosaur Jungle from Sonic and the Secret Rings, and White Cave from Sonic Riders, plus a bunch of brand new ones that keep things fresh. Also, is it not crazy to anyone else that the Shadow the Hedgehog-centered game from last year didn't get a level from his own game, but this racing game does? And man, this game fucking loves Sonic Unleashed. Not only is the Werehog in this game, but we got Market Street, which is Spagonia, Dragon Road, Apados, and Hololska. Jesus, that unofficial Sonic Unleashed PC release really did come at the perfect time, didn't it? This game also loves to mix classic level themes in clever ways. Take Pumpkin Mansion, for example. It blends Mystic Mansion, Hang Castle's anti-gravity mechanics, and Pumpkin Hill into one big festive track. I really like this one. With the Extreme Gear and the Babylon Rogues making their big return, I only wish there was more Sonic Riders representation. Right now, we only have one Sonic Riders themed stage, and even then, it's just a CrossWorld variation. I'm still holding out hope for Metal City to come back as DLC someday, because that track is iconic to the series. Yes, I know that's never gonna happen, just shut up and let me dream. But even with that small gripe, I can honestly say that there isn't a single level in this game that I dislike. That comes down to the fantastic course design, which is arguably more important than the theme alone. These tracks aren't just pretty with fantastic set pieces, they're dynamic and constantly keeping me engaged. Tight drift heavy turns, ramps, tunnels, loops, hills, bumps, water slides. Hell, sometimes there's no track altogether. Fuck it, start flying. This is the #1 reason I see people finding this game appealing over Mario Kart World. It's non-stop action that never slows down. Paired with the CrossWorld portals, the item combat, and the transformation mechanic, the track design is the glue that makes this game so addicting. The shortcuts are the icing on the cake. Some are tighter than others, but pulling them off, especially when you save a boost item or an Omochao to cut across chunks of the map, it is always satisfying to pull off. But nothing in this game is more satisfying than the gadget system. You've got up to 6 slots to fill once you rank up enough, and the stronger the gadget, the more space it takes. It's a simple idea, but it adds a ton of strategy on how to build your setup. There is a gargantuan amount of gadgets, all with varying stats on rings, mobility, boost, drifting, items, stats that just go on and on. And it's so fun testing different gadget combinations to see what matches my playstyle. And the best part, there is not one gadget that is overly broken or takes away the fun of the race. I asked my chat multiple times with thousands of people what the meta of this game is, and everyone always has a different answer. It truly is based on how you want to play. During my time with this game, I've tested a wide variety of playstyles. At first, I built around gadgets that boosted my tricks and speed. Later, I shifted towards a setup that gave me more items, but as of recently, while I'm making this review, I've been hooked on gadgets that help me maintain my rings and fill up my drift meter, giving me a chance to push ahead of the pack during those really tense final moments. And those are the moments you need to worry about, because holy shit, does it get intense.
How many did Donut tickets does that cost?
Let's go! Let's go!
Ah! Chat, one chance, one opportunity, one chance. Oh!
Eminem.
Oh, yes! Wait a minute! No! This sucks! And the online races can get crazy. There is a lot of hectic stuff going on, but if you time your items right and you practice well enough and no shortcuts, you can manage and get by. Boom! That was good. For some, it might even feel too chaotic. But it's these moments that honestly are so fun to me.
Oh my gosh. Well, power of the century right there.
Yes! I feel alive! If it's not breaking someone's attack or being able to attack them, there's a lot of variation in how you could combat players.
Where
Do it, Sam!
I did it! What are you gonna do about it? Yeah, that's right, nothing!
Oh, damn you!
Are you assured that this game's good?
Matt, you gotta win first. You gotta win first.
I'm trying. I win.
Did that actually? Let's fucking go.
No way. No
How
way.
you got first?
And don't even get me started on that damn monster truck, because there is nothing more infuriating than being right up to the finish line and then 50 monster trucks spawning right in behind you just to run you over. I would complain about that if it wasn't so fun doing it yourself.
Driving in my car right after a beer. Hey, that bomb is shaped like a deer. DUI, how about you die? I'll go 100 miles an hour.
It's not just about how you want to play, but what you want to play in. And CrossWorlds has one of the most in-depth vehicle customization systems I've seen in a racer. You can choose vehicles specialized in speed, handling, power, acceleration, or even boost, which is now the extreme gear. There is a large selection of parts for each vehicle, all with varying stats. You can buy new parts using tickets you earn from races, which makes every win feel rewarding and gives you a real incentive to keep playing. And the visual customization goes just as deep. You can change the paint with a wide variety of colors and textures, glossy, matte, metallic. The light color can also be changed, and even the color of the interior. And on top of that, you also have decals to decorate your ride. The only drawback is that you can't stack stickers, which feels a little limiting in the creative department, but I get why. It probably would have been a moderation nightmare. And trust me, I used to play Black Ops. I've seen a lot of crazy shit in my day. You can tell a lot of thought went into this game, even in the small character interactions. Unlike TSR, there is no story mode here, and honestly, I don't miss it. This isn't Sonic Riders 3. It's a party racer that literally has SpongeBob and Hatsune Miku. And let's be real, after TSR's lame story with low-budget PNGs talking to each other, I'd much rather the devs put that time and manpower into making the gameplay as good as possible for online. And that's exactly what they did here. Story or not though, this game has nearly 4 hours of character interaction dialogue, if you play through the Grand Prix. Each character has unique lines depending on who they're paired up against. It's crazy. This is not the detail I usually expect in a Sonic Kart Racer, but I really appreciate the effort because some of these exchanges absolutely killed me.
Help me out here, kid. Would Vanilla want me to let you win? Or would she find it more enriching if I gave you a little challenge? Give me a lead here.
As long as I'm safe, Mother will be happy. But if we got ice cream, I'll tell her you were extra nice.
That's fucking crazy. That is actually crazy. He is stressing out. He's trying so hard to get vanilla. Oh, and I can't forget the absolute cinema that is this interaction.
You look tense, buddy. Wanna go fishing after this?
No. It's just so charming to see all these characters bouncing off each other again. We haven't had interactions on this scale since games like Sonic Heroes or even Sonic 06. And once again, credit where it's due. Shout out to Ian Flynn. Compared to what we were getting just 7 years ago, it's night and day. No one can deny that.
Don't get distracted, handsome. We're here to race, so keep your eyes on the road.
The hell? Yeah, don't worry, Rouge, we got it.
Come on, you're talking to a pro here. I know how to handle the curves like an expert.
That was fucking crazy. Truly, night and day. But unfortunately, this is where the cracks start to show. As much as I love most of the dialogue in this game, I want to say like 95% of the dialogue in this game, I don't even know what happened to Amy.
Victory's so sweet, I gotta savor it.
I understood that reference.
She just doesn't feel like herself. She gets bodied in conversation after conversation and never reacts.
Are you for real? I was hoping for someone interesting, but it's just boring old you. I'm fascinating. Watch. You'll be captivated by my flawless racing victory.
Where's the hammer? Where's the fiery attitude? For God's sake, girl, get up! You see glimpses of it here and there, but overall, she feels gutted.
Nervous with everyone evaluating your every move on the track.
Why'd you have to put it that way?
And it's only so obvious because every other character is done so well here. The other downside is with the DLC characters. They don't all have dialogue. Now, I get it. Getting someone like Tom Kenny to voice SpongeBob would be a huge ask and a huge paycheck. Hatsune Miku may not have dialogue, but she still makes sounds during the races and even sings the result screen theme. And that's honestly the minimum of what I'm asking for here. Now, SEGA did explain the lack of voices coming down to IP restrictions and the difficulty to coordinate with external companies. That makes sense. But then why are Joker, Ichiban, and even the Werehog, all characters that SEGA owns, completely mute?
What? What did you say? Those words.
Now, is this a deal breaker for me personally? Absolutely not. But for many people online, they were really pushing this aspect, and a lot of them may have been over-exaggerating a bit. There is already a massive amount of content here, let's not forget that. But it is a shame, and I totally get it, because hearing these wildly different characters interacting with one another is one of the most fun parts of the game, and it could have been an even bigger highlight if there wasn't any restrictions here. I'm sorry, I can't think of anything funnier than Big the Cat talking to Patrick Star. Regardless, running through the Grand Prix for the first time was a blast, and facing off against all 23 rivals gave me the perfect excuse to soak up even more character interactions. And it also unlocked Supersonic. And he is completely broken. He may not have any movement buffs, but he is completely invincible. Love it. I actually had way more fun in Race Park than I expected. This is where some of the team mechanics in TSR live on. There's a wide variety of modes, 6v6, 4v4v4, or even the standard 12-person race. Depending on the mode, your team has to work together to not only just finish first, but to compete in a specific objective. Sometimes it's collecting most rings, tagging teammates, or hitting the most dash pads. And just like in TSR, all of those actions build up the ultimate team boost that can swing the race in your favor. And the best part about this is, the result screen doesn't take 5 years! Another great part about Race Park is that by beating rival teams, you can actually unlock new cars. When I found this out that you could play this mode online with friends, I was so hyped to grind it with them, until this happened.
I didn't know how that happened,
Dude,
man.
I didn't get anything. I didn't win anything.
Wait, I got the car! You didn't get the car?
No!
No, I didn't get a car neither.
Wait a minute, hold on. Are you serious? You didn't get the car?
No, I didn't get it.
Are you?
Oh my god, are you fucking for real?
That sucks. Are you fucking serious?
Why?
It's only for the host? I literally made a joke about that because it felt so unbelievable, like that would never happen. Only the host gets the benefits? Yeah, this needs to be patched ASAP. There is no reason why only the host should get the rewards. If you want to incentivize teamwork, make playing with your friends worthwhile. But yeah, that's Race Park, a fun little distraction that changes things up a bit. Another mode is Time Trial, where earning at least an A rank unlocks more songs for the jukebox, a neat feature that allows you to customize which tracks play depending on the lap you're in. And honestly, these amount of unlockables in this game is pretty crazy. Again, you have Supersonic and Grand Prix, the new cars in Race Park, and Supersonic Speed. Basically this game's 200cc, which I'm happy to see is in this game on release. This game also has a mirror mode that you can unlock, as well as something called Friendship Mode. Friendship Mode is where you'll be spending most of your tickets. Here you can unlock title cards, car decals, and even character skins. All for the low price of an arm and a fucking leg. 7,000 tickets? What the hell? Yeah, the ticket requirements are absolutely ridiculous. Still though, that grind does give this game a ton of longevity. Unlocking as many of these as possible is what's going to keep me coming back for years. And if they keep adding more skins to each character over time, I will happily keep grinding for some of these. Just maybe make the tickets more available or lower the cost of them, because Jesus Christ. But playing this game for years to come won't be a problem, because honestly, this is some of the most fun I've ever had with my community and with my friends in years. With proper matchmaking and full crossplay across all platforms, this is easily the smoothest and most seamless online experience I've had in a Sonic Racer ever. That's not to say it's flawless though. I've had a few disconnections here and there, but compared to TSR and past Sonic Racing launches, this is by far the most stable. And I'm thankful for that, because the more time I can spend online with my friends, the better. I can't stress enough how good this game is with a group of friends. From the high energy gameplay to the addictive crossworld mechanic to the ability to customize not just visuals, but my entire playstyle with gadgets, this is a game I'll be playing for years, and I can't wait to dive into DLC once it drops. The way I see it, the more maps and characters this game gets, the better. Especially when one of my favorite mechanics is the crossworld mechanics, having more maps to add variations to the laps will make this an even more fun experience. If you told me 7 years ago we were going to get a Sonic Kart Racer where in one moment you could be in a level like Seaside Hill and then go through a portal and go into Bikini Bottom, I wouldn't believe you. Again, as a huge Avatar The Last Airbender fan, I am still over the moon that both of my favorite franchises are collaborating. I cannot wait to see what the characters and the levels for Avatar will look like in this game. Let's see when it'll come out, and it's Q4 of 2026. At the end of the day, this game's future depends on how long SEGA chooses to support it, and I really hope they keep it going for a long time, because CrossWorlds deserves it, and with how things are looking, it appears to be successful so far. I think my review speaks for itself, but seriously, go get this game. If you're a Sonic fan, you're in for a great time. And if you just love good kart racers, you're gonna have the same problem I did, putting that controller down. This is the perfect entry point for anyone curious about Sonic Racing. Thank you so much for watching this review, and I'll catch you out there on the tracks. Take care.